The best part of baseball. Well, at least I'm sure somebody said that at one point. Anyways, here's my opinion of all the MLB mascots ranked from least to best. In my totally unbiased opinion. Number 30 is the Angels with Rally Monkey. Yes, he is a real monkey, but he's not even the official mascot, and he doesn't go on the field. He's just shown on the jumbo screen sometimes when the Angels are losing to give them good luck. So that's why he's last on my list. But still, it is impressive they got a baseball uniform on a monkey. Number 29 is the Dodgers because they have another unofficial mascot. He actually doesn't even have a name, and he's just a guy in a Dodgers uniform. Actually, I'm sorry, he's not considered a mascot. He's considered a unique performance character. Yeah, totally not a mascot. Los Angeles wants a mascot so bad that one time a guy dressed up as a bear jumped on top of the dugout, started dancing, and got arrested. Poor bear. Number 28 is the New York Yankees. Their mascot isn't around anymore, and there are barely any pictures of him. His name is Dandy. Get it? Like Yankee Doodle Dandy? I didn't come up with that joke, okay? He also has a mustache, which makes no sense because the Yankees have a no beards or mustaches rule. And it turns out that he's actually supposed to be a bird. I give up. Number 27 is the Mets with Mr. Met. Now, Mr. Met is very popular, and in most other rankings, he's towards the top. I'm not sure why, though. He's just a baseball head, he's not funny, and he came up with the same idea many mascots came up with. Now, whether he came up with that before the other mascots, I'm too lazy to check. But they're not that good ideas. And there's also Mrs. Met, which is another baseball head that's not funny. I know Mets fans are going to say that I put Mr. Met on the bottom because I hate the Mets. Well, right now they're doing so terrible that you don't hate the Mets, you just feel bad for them. Number 26 is the Orioles. And moving past the fact that I hate the Orioles with every fiber of my being, their mascot is an Oriole. Duh. I mean, it makes sense. It would be weird if it was something else. And it's the only mascot that's head is the official logo, but its name is the Oriole Bird. With such an uncreative mascot, at least come up with a creative name. It should be something like... Well, I'm not the one whose job it is to come up with names for the Orioles mascot. Whoever's job it is, though, who they hired to come up with a name for the mascot, you stink at your job. I hope you get fired. By the way, why do the Orioles fans hate the Nats so much? I mean, we're not even in the same league, both literally and figuratively. So anyways, wait, what does that flag say? Orioles Division Champions? How old is that photo? Number 25 is the Texas Rangers with Captain Ranger. What? It's Rangers Captain? You've got to be kidding me. Captain Ranger sounds so much better. Okay, anyways, he's a horse. Okay, I'm done. Let's move on. Number 24 is the Cardinals with Fredbird. So his name's Fred, he's a bird, and his name's Fred, and he's a bird, and yeah, his name's Fred, and he's a bird. That's all I got. There's nothing else about this mascot. He doesn't try to be funny, he just walks around, he's for some reason named Fred, and he's a cardinal. Not very creative. They also have Rally Squirrel, which is pretty much just if a squirrel runs onto the field, you go, ooh, rally time. You know people are smuggling them into the ballpark. Other teams stole that idea too. The Tigers have Rally Goose, the Royals have Rally Cat, and the Nats have Rally Pigeon. What should the Orioles have, like Rally Bigfoot? When Bigfoot walks onto the field, then the Orioles will start doing well. Number 23 is the Tigers with Paws. First of all, his costume isn't very elaborate. It's as if they were like, we need a mascot, so they ran to the thrift store and bought a tiger costume. He does have a very active Twitter account, though. He tweets out about every single day. But this guy gets paid to dress up as a tiger, sit in an air-conditioned room, and tweet, I want your job! I'm just kidding. The things he tweets out are actually pretty funny. But he should spend a little more of his time being funny on the field. That's one of the things mascots kind of have to do. Number 22 is the Toronto Blue Jays. Gosh, it sure is fun to talk like this. Their mascot's name is Ace, and at first you're like, oh, he looks cool, but then things about him don't make any sense. Like, what are those, pants? Last I checked, Blue Jays do not wear ripped pants. And you would think the logo would look a little bit like the mascot's head. No, they look nothing alike. There is also Ace Jr., which is just like Ace, except a little bit smaller. There used to be a female version of him named Diamond, but they got rid of her. Misogynists. Anyways, his name is Ace because it's like Ace Pitcher, and there's gambling down there. But it really is sad when you think about how many people are losing their money over there when they bet on their team. Number 21 is the Cubs with Clark the Cub. Here's a little song I made up. Stop, Cubs, stop. Stop, Cubs, stop. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna lose today. So if you don't already know, I hate the Cubs. Even if I did like the Cubs though, their mascot is still pretty lame. They don't got the power, they don't got the speed. Da-da-da. They're gonna be the worst in the National League. Da-da-da-da. This isn't the year and the Cubs aren't in. Da-da-da-da. So don't come down to Wrigley Field. Stop, Cubs, stop. Stop, Cubs, stop. Somebody go grab a mop cause Joe Madden just threw up. Clark doesn't try to be funny, he just takes pictures with people. And his team won the World Series somewhat recently, and they couldn't have done it without Clark. Number 20 is the Royals with Slugger. I think he spelled it wrong. Compared to some of these mascots, that's a hilarious pun. Slugger isn't funny at all, and Slugger's costume is lame, it just has a head and arms. All Slugger really does is wave the flag when the Royals win. Although there is one thing about Slugger that I think is cool, how the crown is built into its head. Speaking of Slugger, one of my baseball cards has him on it. We've got your bases covered in cheese. Royals blue cheese slides down your throat. What the heck? This is weird. I want my money back. Actually, no, that's kind of cool. I also have Honus Wagner, the one that cost $3 million. I'm just kidding. It's not real. I don't want people breaking into my house for this. Number 19 is the Marlins with Billy the Marlin. He does look different now, though, thanks to Derek freaking Jeter, who bought the Marlins recently. Before Derek Jeter, after Derek Jeter. Before Derek Jeter, after Derek Jeter. Before Derek Jeter, after Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter, why must you get rid of things that are good?
Because I can.
Anyways, the NL East has a lot of good and popular mascots, but I feel like Billy's the exception. He has a plastic head and these weird pants and just gloves and shoes. They could have done a little better than that. And the only thing he's really known for is that time a warm-up pitch hit this truck that he happened to be riding on. But I don't mean to make him sound terrible. He is okay. Number 18 is the Twins with T.C. Bear. And he's a bear because I guess there are bears in Minnesota, but he totally copied Clark the Cub. Or Clark copied him, but they're both not that good ideas. I could think of a million better ideas for the Twins mascot than a bear called T.C. Bear. Like, maybe he could have a twin or something? So yeah, he's not the best mascot, but he did catch that baseball in his mouth one time. Wow, how can you do that when you have a mascot head on? That moves you up in my list. Number 17 is the San Francisco Giants with Lucille. It makes sense that it's a seal because it's in San Francisco, and it's a pretty big mascot because they're the Giants. But he doesn't really try to be funny, and he's a little strange. Like, for example, is it a boy named Lucille, or is it a girl named Lucille? Like, ah! I mean, he's okay, but to be honest, I miss the crab. Number 16 is the Chicago White Sox with Southpaw. His name is Southpaw because it's like the south side of Chicago, but I have no clue what he's supposed to be. Is he like a monster or an alligator? I'm kind of on the fence with this one, which is why I'm putting it right in the middle. Speaking of the White Sox, you would think that they'd actually wear white socks. They don't! They wear black socks! Things like this drive me crazy! Number 15 is the Padres with the Swinging Friar. They should have kept the chicken, though. The chicken was a much more funny mascot. If they kept the chicken, they'd be higher on my list. But I've got to admit, the Swinging Friar is pretty cool, too. It's like the singing friar, but the swinging friar. And he's unique. It's a different look than most mascots have. He's funny and funny looking, but I like it. Number 14 is the Mariners with Mariner Moose. He's a moose because there are mooses in Seattle.
It's moose, not mooses!
That's what I meant, Mom! She's an English major. But I like how the Mariners mascot is a moose. It has a big furry head, and it's a little bit funny, and a little bit funny is better than most mascots. He did pull another Oriole bird with the name, though. My gosh, whoever's job it was who came up with that Wait, did I already use that joke? Number 13 is the Indians with Slider. He's a pink monster, in case you're blind and you can't tell. So is it like Slider, like the pitch, or is he a slider? I'm so funny. Anyways, I want to hate this mascot, but there's nothing bad I can say about it. So never mind, I like him. And they have racing hot dogs, why not? Number 12 is the Athletics with Stomper. First of all, the Athletics is like the dumbest name for a team ever, and second of all, why is their mascot an elephant? The A's have always had a thing with elephants. They're like in all their logos and stuff. What the heck? They're like the least athletic animal you could think of. They can't even jump. But I like Stomper. He's funny. And I don't not like Stomper. Number 11 is the Rockies with Dinger. He's a purple triceratops because they found lots of dinosaur fossils near there. And I just like this mascot. Why? Because I just do. Number 10 is the Diamondbacks. First, they've got Baxter the Bobcat. Some people think it's kind of weird that they're called the Diamondbacks, but their mascot's a bobcat. I don't know, it would be kind of hard to make the mascot a snake when they don't even have arms or legs. But I think he's cool, and he does actually do funny stuff. Not every mascot harasses the players on the other team. They should, though. They also have the Luchador. He's kind of creepy. I'm just going to ignore him. They also have the Racing Legends. They're kind of full of themselves, but I like the idea. It's Luis Gonzalez, Matt Williams, Randy Johnson, and Mark Grace. They're kind of cool to watch. I like how they have different colored Diamondbacks uniforms. Too bad the Nats don't have legends yet. They will, though. Number 9 is the Reds. First, they have Mr. Red. Remind you of anybody? They also have Rosie Red, and Mr. Red Legs, and Gapper, a red monster. Why not? They are the Reds. Why not have a red monster as one of their mascots? I like how it's a whole family of mascots. And best of all, they all race. Yep, the Reds have good mascots. By the way, I know what I said about baseball heads, but I was referring to Mr. Met. Mr. Met's different. He's a baseball head in my division. Number 8 is the Tampa Bay Rays with Raymond. I've always liked Raymond. You would think it'd be kind of hard to make a Ray into a mascot when Rays aren't fluffy and they don't have arms or legs, but you can still tell exactly what he's supposed to be. I like Raymond. He's one of my top ones. There's also DJ Kitty. Yeah, nothing says Tampa Bay like a DJ cat. But heck, I'm a cat person. No! Don't play with that! No! Number 7 is the Pirates, and they used to have Captain Jolly Roger. But I'm starting to get the feeling he might not exist anymore, because people keep writing on one of my videos, Captain Jolly Roger doesn't exist anymore. So now their main mascot is Pirate Parrot. He's a green parrot who wears lipstick, but that's not who I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the Racing Pierogies. It's Cheese Chester, Jalapeno Hannah, Sauerkraut Saul, the highly intelligent Oliver Onion, and Bacon Bert. Yep, they're one of the best racing mascots in baseball. They're almost as good as the Racing Presidents, but not quite. Number 6. I don't mind this team too much. Now I admit, Screech isn't exactly the most funny and energetic mascot, but ever since he hatched out of the egg, all he does is sort of walk around, has a birthday once in a while, wears a raincoat when it's raining, and pajamas when it goes into extra innings, waves the Nats win flag when the Nats win. Screech is okay, but he doesn't try to do that funny things. He recently started this thing, though, where he takes his bat and walks around and hits Screech balls into the crowd. They look like this. Got my hands on a few of those. So you're probably wondering, why did I put the Nats so high on my list? The answer is the Racing Presidents. They crash into each other with their giant heads, they're full of action, and everybody loves the President's Racing, including me. Boom! Smash! Boom! I love the Racing Presidents! Bringing the Nats to number 6 on my list! Let's go! And I got this signed by Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and Teddy Roosevelt. The Racing Presidents. Number 5 is the Red Sox, and we all know the Green Monster in left field, so their mascot is a green monster. That's Wally the Green Monster. There's also Tessie the Green Monster, and Righty, and... wait, who am I forgetting? Oh yeah, Lefty. Green Monsters and Red Sox. It's perfect. If I were a Red Sox fan... actually, no, I do not want to be a Red Sox fan, but if I were, at least my team would have good mascots. Number 4 is the Atlanta Braves. I catch myself whistling that! The Braves have a history with mascots. First they had Chief Nakahama. That was controversial, so they replaced him with a baseball head called Homer. Like, Homer, the free and the brave, every heart. And now recently they revealed their new mascot, Blooper. Some people say he's a mix between Shrek, Beaker the Muppet, and Odie from Garfield, and some say that he totally copied the Phillie Phanatic. I don't know, he's pretty funny. Here's the time he asked Manny Machado for his autograph. He told him to sign it right there. But it turned out to be a check to Blooper for $300 million! They also have the Freeze. In between innings sometimes, the Freeze races a fan from the crowd. He gets a huge head start, but the Freeze usually wins anyway. Wow, can't beat the Freeze. Such a good original idea. I think I can beat the Freeze though, without the head start. And there's also Racing Tools. Not bad, Atlanta. Number 3, I've got to give to the Brew Crew. They have a lot of mascots, but let's start with Beer Barrel Man. Other people think he's kinda lame, but I think he's cool. I've always liked this mascot. He's very unique. Even if the Brewers just had Beer Barrel Man, I'd still put them towards the top, but there are more. Like the Racing Sausages. Now I'm a vegetarian, but I'll put that aside for now. It's a race between a Polish sausage, an Italian sausage, a hot dog, a chorizo, and a bratwurst, and they're so fun to watch! But best of all is Bernie Brewer. He goes down this huge slide above the stadium each time a Brewer hits a home run. Gosh, it would be so much fun to be Bernie Brewer. I'd get to go down that slide. The only hard part would be pretending to be happy when the Brewers win. Number 2 is the Phillies, and I hope you know this one, the Phillie Phanatic. Now I hate the Phillies, but the Phanatic and I go way back. As you can see, it was very crowded, so it was hard to get a good picture, but the Phillie Phanatic is very popular, and I couldn't agree more. The Phillie Phanatic is one of the best mascots in baseball. He's hilarious. He does crazy stuff. He's gotta be drunk. He rides around on a tractor. Do not attempt that. Shoots hot dogs into the crowd, and pours popcorn on Mets fans. I love it all. However, if they were Nats fans, that would be a different story. There's also the Galapagos Gang. They dance, they scare kids, and they eat people. Really cool, but what does the Galapagos have to do with Philadelphia? Number 1 is the Astros with Orbit. He's so funny. How's he funny, you ask? How's he not funny? Hey, you wanna play Twister? Hello? Twister? Let's go on a safari. Whoops. Let's find some tigers. Ooh, there's some. Hey, Orbit's a person inside of that costume. Hey, oh, he's helping me up. Yeah. Hey. Wow, where does Orbit come up with all these jokes? Sometimes I wish I came up with them first, but too late, Orbit did. Hey, look, the cotton candy guy. Hey, wanna catch this baseball? Alright, come on, just stand over there. Come on, go along, go along.